This is Flosstube number 3, and I am back with some progress, some little tiny bit of haul. I have a new start, a restart, and I wanted to go over the WIPGO calls for October. I haven't started working on any of them, even though it is October 6th. I have another project that I have to get finished probably this weekend, and then I'll get into my WIPGO calls. So yeah, and then I also wanted to go over with everyone some Flosstube I've been watching, just because I know that I can find a lot of cool Flosstubers by watching other videos, other Flosstube videos, and so I always think it's fun to shout out some people that I've been watching. So yesterday, actually, October 5th, I found Sew Stitch Repeat, and she is out of, oh gosh, I just forgot where she's from. Indiana, I think. She has 2 Flosstubes out. She just dropped her Flosstube number 2 today, and I've already watched that one. She stitches a lot of stitching with the housewives and Primrose Cottage stitches, which is really fun. I've only done one stitching with the housewives, but I do stitch a lot of Primrose Cottage, and her stitching is really, really pretty. She's also getting into quilting, which I think is a lot of fun. As you guys know, if you've been watching, I do a little bit of quilting. I haven't shown any yet, but my grandparents taught me how to quilt as well. So I make baby quilts for our friends. I have a quilt top that I made for my best friend that I hand quilted. And so every once in a while I'll get an itch and I'll go out to the garage where I have buckets and buckets and buckets of fabric, and I'll put together another quilt. So go check her out. She's a lot of fun. I also watched Jessie Marie Does Stuff, her new video. She just started Autumn Cloche from Hello from Liz Matthews, and I like her progress because she has like the top of the dome stitched and all the little butterflies or moths, whatever they are, stitched up at the top already. And I started from the center bottom, so it's kind of fun to see the difference there. And it's always fun to see how far she is on her full coverage, because she has so many full coverage projects. Between her and Stitchin Mommy, they definitely are what got me going on the full coverage bug. I also have watched a couple of the Vintage Stitcher. We don't have a lot in common in our stitching exactly, but her finishing is so cool, and I love to watch her show. I know she has a finishing business that she has, but it's really cool when she shows customer finishes at the beginning, and it gives me a lot of good ideas as far as like flat folds go, or like making pillows and stuff. Those are all a lot of fun. I was finally able to catch up with the Museum Stitcher, Bridget the Museum Stitcher. She always has a ton of really fun stuff. She just did a start and finish of the bottom half of the new Hello from Liz Matthews fall like pumpkin farm one, where it's the 2 pieces of fabric. The bottom has the pumpkins and the top is the house, and she did the bottom pumpkin part. I don't think I'm gonna stitch that one, just because I don't like the idea of stitching on 2 different pieces of fabric and sewing them together. But I really do like seeing her progress on that one. She's a fast stitcher. I also watched the Hello from Liz Matthews video. And I think I'm gonna go join her Patreon soon, just because I love her patterns, and like I have so many of them. They're so fun to stitch. So I would go check that out if I were you guys, if you like Hello from Liz Matthews. All right, I have a list here to keep me on track today. So next I have a new start to show you, and this is How Doth the Little Busy Bee. This is by Modern Folk Embroidery, and this is what it is going to look like. It's like a pincushion. So I decided to stitch this for my sister. She really likes bees and flowers and that kind of, like, but with a modern swing to it. I was stitching a Mill Hill kit for her. When I went to pull it out the other day, I have the project, but the floss and the beads are all missing, and I don't know where they went. So I asked her what she wanted, and this was what she picked. So I'll show you my progress here. I am stitching this on a 40 count Tyco Newcastle linen. I think it's Picture This Plus. I got it from 123 Stitch. And this is where I'm at. I am stitching this in Pattern Keeper, so I think I'm already like 13% done on this. And my sister really wanted kind of that blue china kind of look to it. So I'm stitching this with DMC 791, which is like royal, well, it's dark cornflower blue is what it is. And then 794, which is the light cornflower blue. So yeah, this is my new start and where I'm at. I think I figured out, because her birthday is October 3rd, and I want to have it done by her birthday next year. And so I figured if I stitch about 300 stitches a month, I'll have it done by her birthday next year, but I've already done like over 400 because it goes together really fast. It's a lot of fun. Okay, next is my restart, which this is Halloween, and I had showed you all, and I have the original project, so I'll show you that too. This is Halloween by Primrose Cottage Stitches. I'm stitching on this during volleyball practice and games, just because practice is an hour and a half, and the games are very similar. So I get a good chunk of stitching, and this is easy to work on when you're sitting in bleachers. So I was stitching this on a 25 count mushroom Lugana 1/1, and I did really like the way it looked, except you can see I already started ripping it out so I can use it for something else. You couldn't see these little stars. I had a really light orange one, a yellow one, there was another yellow one here, and a white one up above, and you could not see them. And I did not want to put all that work into that for you to not be able to see it. So I switched gears, and now, sorry, I was working on ending this thread this morning. I am stitching this on a 20 count Ada from Be Stitch Me called Spooky. And I am very happy with this. I'm doing this 2 strands. And so I was able to catch up to where I was when I restarted. Plus, at the volleyball practice last night, I was able to finish the N on candy corn, get this guy stitched, and I started the boo here. And then I also did these little squares up above. I did do my own conversion, floss conversion on this one, just pulled from Stash. This is a variegated DMC that just turned out so, so good. I can't see it, but the boots are the DMC Etoile, and yellow is a Be Stitch Me silk called Amber. And then the lantern and boo are stitched in I think it's called Blackbird by, I don't know. I'll try to put it in there. But so if you guys are interested in my conversion, I'm happy to share that with you all. But yeah, this is where I'm at, and this will get some more love on Monday. And then Tuesday we have a game. So, and then Thursday. So 3 days a week right now, probably until the end of October. I won't finish it, and then I'll put it away until next season. So, all right, so there's that one. So then I have my whips that I can show you all. I'm gonna show you Plant Dragon. Sorry about the zipping, I forgot to unzip this bag. This is Plant Dragon by Zambarina Alexandra. I got this pattern on Etsy, and I'm stitching this for my daughter, Nicole. Their birthday is in less than a week. And I promised her it'd be fully finished by then. So, the full crosses are done. So this is what it will look like. I am stitching this with the called for DMC on an 18 count fabric from Forbidden Fiber company called Falling Leaves, I believe. And this is where I'm at. So I finished all the full crosses a couple days ago. Let's see, on October 1st. And then I started the back stitch on October 4th and worked on it yesterday too. I'm hoping to finish the back stitch today. So everything from here down is completely done. There is 6 different kinds of back stitch in this. So I've got 5 different colors of back stitch, some single strand, some double strand. So, but I'm really happy with the way that's looking. I went and picked out a frame for this yesterday. So hopefully I'll have a fully finished to show you guys on the next video. But this is why I have not started my WIPGO calls yet, because I've got to get this, have to get this one done. Hopefully by the end of this weekend, if not early next week, since their birthday is on Thursday. Every day she asks me, did you work on my dragon? Did you work on my dragon? All right, next I have 5 Seasons of Quilts. This is a pamphlet I got from Goodwill. It was put out by Hershner's and Leisure Arts. I'm stitching this one here, the autumn quilt. And last time I shared this with you all, I had this big pumpkin here and this top square, and then I had the red border around this middle quilt. And that's all I had. So I worked on this just a couple nights ago, but only one day. And this is where I'm at. So what I did was I put another row of gold in here on the next square. And then I started in the bottom corner and I worked this zigzag all the way up on that middle quilt. So, and I am stitching this on a 32 count linen, opal linen called Hazelnut Cream from Grace Notes Fabrics. And I am stitching this with mostly called for, but I do have a couple that I just subbed out. But they're all DMC. So yeah, not a whole lot of progress on that, just one night, but still got some progress. So, all right, next I have Rainbow Babies, which I'll try to insert a picture because I left my tablet downstairs. I've kind of been keeping track of my stitches on this. I'm trying to do at least 50 stitches a day, and either 50 stitches, 60 stitches, or 30 minutes, just to kind of get some progress on this every day. I don't know how long this will last, but I am happy to see some progress. So this is where I'm at. I have been working down here. I think when I showed this in my last video, I had 1 or 2 squares over here full. So this week I have filled in all of this over here. And I have just a handful of stitches left there. And then I'll get over into the rainbow. But yeah, that's where I'm at on Rainbow Babies. And that is, I can't remember the designer or the artist, but it is, I'll try to put that in with the picture as well. And it is Charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. That is the one that I have cropped out 20 some odd pages of it, just so that I can get just what I wanted. And my last whip is, oh, right here. It's kind of a mess in here right now. My girls use this room for crafting as well, so I'll have to insert a picture. This is my Ruby Rooster by Buzzbee Designs that I got on Etsy. Last time I showed this, I was working in like this kind of, this blue right here, and I had filled in all of this into all of this. So this next time I went with that and I did this blue here. So I got 176 stitches in. We're up to 27.46% complete on this one. And I'm just stitching this on a 28 count even weave that I got from Michael's, and it is 2/1/10 stitch. And this is a project that I'm making for my friend Autumn. She knows about it. It's not a surprise. So yeah, this was my last WIPGO call for September. So I was able to I was able to finish my WIPGO calls. I think I mentioned this before, but when I do my WIPGO pulls, I don't have like hard and fast rules for my WIPGO board. I do, I try to do 3 or 4 days of stitching on them, but my days consist of just being able to touch them. So I'm not worried about a certain amount of stitches. I'm not worried about a certain number of hours. I just try to get some work on them, you know, and if that means 10 stitches or 500, you know, a day, or even in a whole stitching session, you know, it's better than not getting any progress. So, all right. So next I wanted to show you my WIPGO calls for October, which I will start working on as soon as I get done with my plant dragon. So first up is Raccoon. This is by Cottage Garden Samplings. I have not worked on this since I showed it to you in my WIP parade, but this is what it's going to look like. I have all of these flowers done. I have the church done, and I think I have at least these ones. I don't know if I have all those done. And I started it on his tail last time. I'm stitching this on a 36 count linen by Fiber on a Whim, and I am stitching this with the called for floss. Nope, I don't have those flowers all the way up. Okay. And this is where I'm at on this one. So I will be working in that tail again. So this is a starting point for Raccoon. This one I think I don't have in my calendar to work on until toward the end of October. So probably won't see anything on that one for a couple weeks. Okay. Next is Rising in the East. This is my Beauty and the Beast full coverage. Artwork by Chris Darrell. I'm going to have to put a picture in as I left my tablet downstairs. I did get this on Etsy. I'm stitching this on an 18 count oatmeal Aida that I got from Michael's. I'm currently 13.62% complete, and this is where I'm at. When I pull this out, I will be working inside this hoop again, so I just have left the hoop on. I'm doing the typewriter method on this one, so I will start up here, I think is the highest ones, and I'll start working on filling those in. So usually I can get quite a few stitches in on this one. This one is pretty easy to work on, other than it's a ton of brown. Yeah, so hopefully you will see some progress up in this hoop for next time. And hopefully I was able to put that picture in for you to see. Okay. My next full coverage, because I have 2 WIPGO boards. I don't know if I said this in the beginning. I have 2 WIPGO boards, one for full coverage and one for non-full coverage. And so I do my pulls from both of them. So I have a project slated for each week. Okay, and this is Tiki Beach Sunset Story Keep. Artwork by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I thought I had a picture in here, but I might not. I'm gonna have to put that picture up there for you too. So anyway, yeah, Story Keep, artwork by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. and this is where I'm starting with this one. So when I come in here, the plan is to work in here and get this turtle filled in and this sand filled in. I am stitching this 1/1 full cross on 25 count easy guide. And I have some missing stitches in the bow over here, and I think it's because I have a missing floss. So I need to figure out what that is and go find it and get those filled in. So yeah, that's my starting point on, I just call this my Hawaii project because it reminds me of Hawaii, but it is Tiki Beach Sunset. Okay, and then my last WIPGO pull for October, and I'm really excited about this, and I'm hoping for a finish. This is My Home in the Garden by Hello from Liz Matthews. I am stitching this on the called for fabric with the called for floss. Mine is an 18 count from Bestitch Me called Not Another Sampler, and I'm stitching with the called for DMC. This is what it looks like. And all I have left is the border. We have a road trip to Spokane planned to go see some friends and family, and I am hoping to finish it in the car. This is not my normal like car project, but it is super easy to work on because that border is nice and easy for pattern. You don't even have to look at it. So, and this is where I'm at. Hopefully this one will get some work, like I said, on the 13th, I think, and should be my main project for the road trip. So 16 hours of driving about, and I hope to get this border done. I hope you guys can see that. But yeah, and the bottom is completely done. That was so much fun to do. That house, the log house. Oh, the only change I made to this was one of the birds was like, it blended into the tree. And so I changed the color of the bird, but that's the only change I made. Everything else is called for. Yeah. So hoping for a finish on that one. That would be awesome. That is my WIPGO calls. Next, I have just a tiny little bit of haul that I wanted to share. I have it all in front of me on this table. So I just did a little order from 123 Stitch because I got an itch for some Christmas ornaments and I don't have any in stash, which is kind of crazy. But so I got some ornaments, I got a piece of fabric, and so I'll share those. All these ornaments are from Hands On Design, and I've seen them before, but all right. This one is called Flamingo Bells. Sorry, bells. And I'm gonna stitch this for one of my daughters. This one is Jingle All the Way by Hands On Design. And then we got Penguin Pear. I'm gonna stitch this for my sister. She loves penguins. And then last I got Whale Hello There. And you know, as I said, I live really close to the Oregon coast and Depot Bay. And we have like there's like a family, a pod of gray whales that kind of just lives right around there. And so this seemed like it would be appropriate to stitch for our family. Yeah. And then the piece of fabric I got is a 32 count raw silver Belfast linen. I have been seeing people stitch with this all over the place, and it is so pretty, and so I went and got some because I think it'd be really, really pretty to stitch with. It's a nice neutral, but you also get that bling. Okay, so there's that. And then also from 123 Stitch, I bought these two little pairs of scissors because I couldn't find any of mine, and I knew as soon as these showed up, I would find them, and I did. I found all of my little scissors, but now I have two more. And then the other day I went to Walmart for something not stitching related, but they had their Christmas stuff out. And so I got a couple of these little, they're ornaments or gift tags, whatever you want to use them for. They were 96 cents, but I thought that these would be really good to finish those Christmas ornaments on, or any Christmas ornaments really. And then I got two of these ones as well. Yeah, so I have 4 total. They were 96 cents a piece. So just a nice little finishing thing. And that's my haul. I do have my fabric of the month from Grace Notes coming. It might even be in the mailbox. And I'm really, really excited about that. So I'll show that to you guys next time. And then the last thing I have to show you guys is some finishes that I have done but not fully finished. So these projects are just sitting in a pile waiting for me to finish them. So first I have Strawberry Faire, and this is by October House Fiber Arts. I finished this sometime earlier this year. It's stitched up really quick. I stitched this on the called for fabric. I want to say it's with the called for floss, but I honestly can't remember if I subbed anything. But yeah, so that one is Strawberry Faire, and I bought this pattern from Annabella's shop on Etsy. She's one of my favorites. I'll try to link her shop below. Go check her out. I would say I buy, 75% of my cross stitch patterns from Annabella's. All right, next, in my WIP parade, I was telling you all that I had been working on the Well Hello There by Hands On Design. And this was one of my projects that I work on during sports. So I did a lot of these during the basketball season last year, gymnastics, and volleyball last year when I got this. I am making a change to these patterns where I didn't get the button pack. I'm just moving these borders up so that it doesn't look like anything is missing. And I am stitching with my own stash conversion of these. I wanted something similar, but some of them are a lot different. So first one I have is Hello January. So there's that one. That's what it looks like. And I think I stitched this on an 18 count, no, 32 count even weave that I got from, you know, I don't know where I got it, but this is what it looks like. Hello, January. This is the biggest one I have. All of my others are a lot smaller, but I don't want to restitch it. This piece of fabric was just in my bag, and so I didn't want to. And this one is different too, because the pattern has the box going all the way around January, and I just did it to the end there, and I like that. So I had January, and then I have August, and this was a variegated Cosmo, I think, floss. And then I have September. And then I have October. And then I have November. Yeah, so that's where I'm at on those. I can fit one more month under November on this fabric. So I think I'm gonna stitch December down there. And then I'll jump back up to February. So, and I have this house that I got from like the Target dollar spot. And I think it says welcome home, or, but anyway, I'm gonna finish these and put magnets behind that, and they'll swap out on that house for the months. Okay, so next I have my temperature butterflies chart. This chart is by Sarah the Stitchin Mommy. I bought this on Etsy, and this is for 2022 temperatures. And I started this January 1st and I finished it December 31st. Put the last stitches in while we were doing the countdown. I think I'm gonna make this a pillow for my couch, but I'm not sure. I did use my own, I didn't use her hot temperature DMCs. I did the more temperate one, and the ones that I didn't have, I just subbed out. And then on the days where we were out of town or camping, I don't know if you can see it, I did a sparkle floss in here. And those are the days where we were camping or we were out of town, or were special for some reason. So yeah, there's that one. I just stitched that on a 36 count linen, I think, that I got from Michael's or Hobby Lobby. But that was a lot of fun. And I did start a temperature chart for this year. It was by Flying Goat Designs. And I ended up, I have it right here, I think. I ended up abandoning it just because I couldn't keep up with it, with everything. And this is how far I got on it. So it's a really fun, I got through like June and I just could not anymore. So maybe I'll do another temperature chart next year. So, Okay, and then next I have this is From the Heart Needle Art by Wendy, and this is April. I stitched this on an 18 count coconut shell from Stitch Me, and I love the fabric, but man, my floss choices were not 100% on this. I really like the wreaths, and I really like this one. This pink really didn't go, and the floss I used for April just, you know, it doesn't look great, but it's done. So I think I have May done somewhere too, but I decided not to stitch them all on the same fabric. So I have a big piece of this left, which I'm happy about. So it's a finish for now, but not happy about it finish. Okay, and then my last one is called Autumn Amanita Leaves, I believe, and it's from MriyaStitch on Etsy. I'll try to link it below. And I did stitch this on the other piece of that 18 count opal falling leaves from Forbidden Fiber Co. And this is what it looks like. So this is the stitch that I made for my other twin. It's been done for probably 6 months now. There were some blends in this, but not nearly as much. And so this one was a lot more fun to work on, at least for me. But I have to get this fully finished by next week as well. So, yeah. All right, guys, that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this Flosstube. I hope that you all are having a wonderful week, enjoying your weather. I think we're supposed to get up to 82 today, which is just kind of crazy. I was really enjoying like the 60s. And then I think this weekend is supposed to be warm. And then starting Sunday afternoon, Monday, we're going to go back down into those fall temperatures. I have plans to take my girls to an outdoor movie at a pumpkin patch actually tonight, Friday night. And then I am going to Stoller Vineyard Winery with my friend on Sunday. So that'll be fun. And, you know, and then we'll have to see. I may not be back for a video next week because I might be traveling with the girl's birthday. So we might have to skip a week there. And then that just means I'll have more to show when I come back. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. I hope that I inspired you to work on something you have or start something new. And I just hope you all have a wonderful day and a great weekend. And I hope to see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.